The room is relationships. The room is you and me and everyone in America.
What are you talking about?
The room is different cookie cutter from Hollywood.
Yeah, man, you never know. People are very strange these days.
What's going on?
Welcome to The Room Minute,
The podcast where we get obsessed with the cinematic classic The Room.
1 minute at a time.
You have no idea what kind of trouble you're in here, do you?
Why are you so hysterical?
We always wanted people actually talk about it.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, listeners. We're here to talk about Minute 70, in which Mark makes a delivery, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean. What do you mean?
He drops off some food, although we literally do not see it happen. He is carrying a bag when he walks in. The camera never shows us that. And I'm like, that's really bad filmmaking. But by either the end of this minute or by next minute, we do see that it's sitting on the table when it wasn't there when he came in. He brought the groceries. Lisa is sweeping, and he rings the doorbell because, that's what people do at this apartment. No one ever just walks in. That's crazy.
Who is it?
And then he makes a hilarious joke.
Delivery man.
Yeah, delivery man.
Yeah, he pretends to be the delivery man, which is so funny.
Oh, yeah.
So funny. Dad joke 101. It's even worse than a dad joke.
It's me, Lisa. Come on, open up.
Yeah, but the movie does worse than his joke anyway, because then she tells him to just come in.
Come on in.
Which means the door's unlocked and he rang the doorbell, which doesn't make any sense with these people.
He's being polite.
Yeah, I mean...
When you're about to have sex with someone else's girlfriend, you want to make sure that you're being polite. That's what he was doing. I guess that makes sense,
yeah.
Does he know he's about to have sex?
Well, no, but what I put in my notes is maybe he's finally getting wary about entering Johnny's properties, whether it's the apartment or the future wife.
Or Lisa.
Yeah.
Not that Lisa is anyone's property.
No, I mean, not in our reality or, ideally, but in the film, I'm sure Johnny might think of her that way. And so Mark might, because, they're friends. And we get a new angle on the door we haven't gotten before, and there's way too much sunlight for this hallway. And you can hear cars, which is weird.
This whole week was sort of a lot of differences for me. Yeah, so a different angle on this room.
Mm-hmm.
There's some different camera movement, and I immediately thought of you, Robert. Spoiler alert for later. They're going to start moving furniture, and I know that the layout of this room has vexed and perplexed you for a long time.
I did eventually solve that, and it turned out it's just a much smaller room than I thought it was. Once I figured that out, it became really clear. Although that makes it obvious later, well, it's for Friday, but they're moving the couch to where it always is, which is odd. It seems like they're setting up for the party, but they literally put the couch where it's been every other time we've seen it, which is strange. We have a new DP for this scene, and he's apparently playing with his angles. He's filming the door from a different side. He immediately violates the 180 rule after Mark comes in. To make Mark walk around the coffee table, I guess. We don't get to see that the groceries are being dropped off, but we do get to see that Mark went around the coffee table.
Wow, so you gonna be ready?
How do you mean that?
It gets awkward with Lisa. But she is always prepared to make it less awkward by saying she's always ready.
I'm always ready.
For him.
For you.
Because they've been leading up to this birthday party, of course, for a while. So we're nearing the end of this story in the timeline. Let's see, the last scene is... Is it technically tonight? No, because we haven't seen them go jogging yet. When does that happen? What is this movie?
What are we even watching?
Wait, she's preparing for the party. That means it's tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this could be early in the morning and they go jogging in the afternoon. That's weird. Because we haven't seen... You wouldn't even know this, Sean, because you haven't watched the whole movie yet. But there's still one more daytime San Francisco footage, at least one sequence that we haven't had yet. But the movie ends after the birthday party. Huh. I don't know.
I guess it is ambiguous because when he says, "Are you going to be ready?" it kind of sounds like, oh, Mark is there to pick her up to bring her to the party, but he is putting it in the future tense. He's not saying, "Are you ready?" He's saying, "Are you going to be ready?" So it could be just checking in that at some later point.
Yeah.
But it does make sense that whatever she's getting ready for is soon, imminent.
I would say today, because in a couple of minutes we see that she's getting bowls ready and for food and stuff. And next week we'll see that she's taking the food out and sorting it and stuff. So it's definitely the day of the party.
Mm-hmm.
So the rest of, what is this? This is minute 70. We have, half an hour left? Is half an hour all takes place on that last day, I guess. So countdown to doom.
Mm-hmm.
When Denny finally kills everyone, right?
I guess.
Weren't you on for that where we talked about Denny being a murderer? That was you.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking because now, like, I think that was my original theory that Denny was the killer. But in this minute, like, Lisa seems awfully suspicious. Well, it's kind of like they're setting us up for us to think she's the killer because she says when Mark asks, "Are you going to be ready?" And then she says, "What is it? What do you mean by that? I'm always ready."
I'm always ready.
Where she seems angry. It's like, I'm always ready. And then she, turns on the seduction for you.
For you.
But, so I'm like, oh, like she's acting like a killer.
You're thinking she's going to pull a knife out from behind her back right then.
I'm thinking she's always got her kill room set up. Like she's always ready.
Ah, you think the chair and alcohol storage room is where she kills people.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. I do.
Yeah, so she says she has plenty of time.
We have plenty of time.
All she has to do is put on her party dress.
All I have to do is put on my party dress.
I don't know why she has a dramatic pause there.
Party dress.
She's just being Lisa. And then she immediately drops the broom and lifts her shirt off because clearly she hasn't taken the hint that Mark doesn't actually want to be in a relationship with her because, he keeps just letting her. Because that's the way the movie works.
She is quite the seductress. Because, Mark goes from, "What are you doing?"
Wait, what are you doing?
Which I think we all think it's pretty obvious. We know what she's doing. But he goes from, "What are you doing?"
You're so beautiful.
To "You're so beautiful" in like a heartbeat.
Yeah. Well, we know what she's doing. He might actually think she's just changing into her party dress right now. He's not very bright.
Maybe.
I guess.
Until she pushes him on the couch and starts to undo his pants. Then it's like, wait.
Okay.
I don't have a party dress to put on. Something else is happening.
He may really not know. Or maybe he hey, for all I know, he's the delivery boy who brought the party dress.
Yeah, we didn't see what he brought.
That could be a recurring theme. I mean, I've seen Mark brought her a dress, Johnny brought her a dress. Mm-hmm. So now Mark's bringing her a dress. There's probably a scene I missed in there where Denny brings her a dress. It's just people bringing Lisa dresses all day.
That's where Peter disappeared.
She just
to
loves
buying dresses.
Yeah, like it's like tribute. She just demands all the men in her life bring her a dress.
Otherwise, she kills them. Or she sends Denny after them.
Right. He didn't bring me a dress. He must die. I like this movie. I like the way this is turning out.
Which is piece together the few minutes you've seen and just create an entire plot out of that.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to cover that movie 1 minute at a time.
Yeah.
It's an interesting little film. There's all these people ready to kill each other. Let's see what happens. What we need to do is not let you know how the movie ends.
Yeah. Well, that'd be a really interesting thing for a serial killer like Lisa is, because because they keep souvenirs.
Yeah.
Many killers will keep souvenirs, but that's how they get you. Like, it's usually something owned by the victim, a piece of jewelry, an item, clothing, or something else. So when the cops find, you've got all this stuff from people who were murdered, you're the murderer.
Yeah.
Whereas the trophies that Lisa keeps are the dresses that her victims have given her.
And if she's smart, she told them to buy them with cash.
Yeah.
Part of the tribute.
And even if they get traced back, it's like, well, they gave me a gift and then they disappeared. Like, there's no connection there. There's nothing odd with me having something that somebody gave me. It seems natural. Of course I'm going to,
Right. I'm now imagining that she makes them wear the dress and she takes the picture as her last humiliating act.
She takes Polaroids of them in the dress.
Like, now you wear the dress.
Yeah.
And so the cops would just find pictures of men in dresses and like these skulls. And probably she keeps some hair.
Now the dress is on the other foot.
And then as Sean already pointed out, Mark says, "You are so beautiful." And we get I was going to say a nice close-up for the kissing, but I don't know if it's a nice close-up. It's a close-up. The camera's been kind of staying across the room from them, which is different for this film. Then As I said, this is the new director of photography, so then we get a shot from behind Lisa as she climbs on top of Mark, so they're having a good time. And then someone knocks on the door, because for some reason, no one just walks in today. I guess because it's party day, they think it's wrong.
Well, because they're not Denny.
True.
Denny's the rude neighbor who just walks in. These are normal people.
I wonder if in retrospect, maybe he's the only one who ever just walked in. It just happens so often, I just connect it to everybody. Mm-hmm. Maybe Mark always knocked or rang the doorbell.
I would, even if a neighbor or friend who I visited often, I would knock.
Yeah.
I visit family and they know I'm coming. Yeah. I'm expected. I still knock.
A couple times I used to at my parents' house, I'd knock and then just walk in because they knew I was coming anyway.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you don't just walk in.
I'll do that like Thanksgiving. If I know it's going to be, there's a big crowd and they're going to be busy, and I'll knock and just walk in. But that's for the actual.
I was going to say you have to knock.
Yeah, announce my entrance. Well, no. Well, I have to. Sorry, I have to take 2 steps into the door and then stop for the applause.
And they have the announcer there, right?
Okay. That makes sense.
Like Lord and Lady German.
Yeah.
Yeah, His Majesty. Sorry, I kept interrupting.
No, I kept interrupting you.
I was going to say you have to knock, or else you might find someone, quote unquote, putting on a dress.
Yeah.
You don't want to walk in on that.
I do not want to walk in on someone trying on a dress, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Just in their living room, right in front of the front door.
With the door locked.
Well, they did make it to the bed last time, so that was different. They've made it to the stairs, the bed. They should have gotten farther this time, not less.
Is there so the next scene is going to be they're just out in the front
They're at the
lawn?
doorway, yeah. Or out in the parking lot where they played football.
It could be in the car.
His car, yeah. We've seen his car.
Yeah.
So then someone else knocks at the door. This busy day. And I feel like the writer just forgot how people enter the room. Or maybe I have. Maybe the movie has actually broken my sense of perception about doors.
It's happened. This movie has broken our
I kind of want to go check
normal people knock on doors. That's what...
Maybe everyone knocks. I've lost my grip of this film.
Denny doesn't. Denny's weird. Denny's a creeper.
Okay, that makes sense. For the record, Mark has rung the bell all 4 times he's come to the door, and Denny even has 1 out of the 3 times he has. The only people who haven't, other than Denny twice, are Mike and Michelle, who were sneaking in, and Mike when he came back for his underwears. So, 70 minutes in, I just have no idea what's going on in the movie anymore.
Do you really not know who dies?
I think we've told Sean what happens at the end already, but...
Okay, I don't remember.
I've seen the movie about the movie. I've seen the disaster artist.
There's a suicide, because that's part of that.
So yeah, I've seen James Franco reenact Tommy Wiseau acting out that final scene.
And putting on a dress.
Yeah, and putting on a dress.
Lisa scrambles to get her shirt on as the person at the door knocks. We'll see who it is next minute, though.
Notes from a midnight screening.
Notes from a midnight screening. There is not much for this minute because I think everyone's just a little worn out. And people who are new to it are probably afraid there's about to be another sex scene when we just had one. When he says delivery man, a few scattered people say pizza. Mm-hmm. When they start making out on the couch, someone screams out, "The door's not locked." Try to warn them. But then we do get a classic midnight screening thing when they start kissing. We get the om, like they're eating each other. And then they get interrupted and the audience, I don't know, the audience is lost for a little bit in the movie right now, I think. I think they got overwhelmed. Because we just had another 3-minute sex scene recently, Sean. That was 3 of them.
Of course.
No, 4 of them. Oh my God.
Is this a new sex scene, or is this just reused footage?
No, this was a new one.
This is a real new one, not
Yeah.
repurposed footage from a previous.
Right. This was Mark and Lisa in the bed, so it was a separate scene.
Oh, okay.
With, I think I counted, it was 7 or 8 camera setups just for the scene, which was, they're putting some effort in.
Yeah.
Trying something.
Some effort in.
But it's also like our 4th worst song, because, they put the best ones up front. Yeah. And that's actually all I have for this minute, because it's build up. Who could be at the door? It's probably not Johnny, because he probably doesn't knock.
Well, no, that wouldn't Makes sense for Johnny.
I mean, the movie literally started with him just walking in, so we know he lives there. He just walks in.
Yeah.
It'd be really funny if he was him, though.
Right.
Like he knocks and then comes in. I'm home.
Just Johnny starts. Yeah. Well, he wouldn't want to interrupt.
Just in case.
Lisa putting on a dress. I don't know. Just in case.
He knows there's a party later. He doesn't want to ruin it.
Yeah. Well, she's got to get ready. Does he know? Is it a surprise party?
Huh. Well, they do say... Wait, do they say surprise?
Surprise!
I know he's surprised by who's there. It is. I guess it is a surprise party. Huh. Wait, how did they go jogging today? Does he take his jogging clothes to the bank and then change out in the middle of San Francisco? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. He goes jogging and then he showers at the bank and he changes there. And then he goes to the party.
This movie doesn't make any sense.
Do they have showers at the bank?
Well, of course. You gotta...
Well, for the money laundering, yeah.
I must have always missed that part of U.S. Bank. I've never seen their shower.
See, there's all this obvious ways this movie doesn't make sense. This one surprised me. I don't... Or maybe it's... Well, we'll talk about it on Friday, but maybe it's because things is broken in my brain. Anything else on minute 70?
I have nothing else.
Kissing is not the right way to put on a dress.
It's not the best way.
No.
There are better ways to do that. So, Sean, where can the listeners hear more from you?
As always, you can find me at catandshawn.org. And that's cat as in cat, C-A-T, and Sean, S-E-A-N.org. And there I link to all my podcasts and all my guest appearances, like this one.
So it's nothing wrong when people make fun of the project, in this case, The Room.
The Room Minute is a production of Lemming Drops Studio. You can find more content at lemmingdrops.com.
Follow The Room Minute on all the obvious social media. If you've got any stupid comments after the show,
you can leave them in your pocket on Facebook. If you like what you hear, throw us a rating and a review on your podcatcher of choice. Thank you for listening, and remember, if a lot of people loved each other, the world would be a better place to live.
Leave us!